Hi everyone, Shira here and welcome back to my channel. Guys, today's video I am going to try for the first time ever some products that I actually tried before and some products that I've never tried at all, and all of them are from Amazon. So today I am actually going to try all the products from Amazon. Now I am a fan of Amazon. Like, I can buy anything that I want from Amazon, and believe me, I do this. But I never bought makeup. I'm kind of a girl that buying from the brand itself that I want, or from Sephora, Ulta, or drugstores. So today it's actually my first time trying products that I've bought from Amazon, but there is a product that I've actually used before. But I really love them, and all the products that today I'm going to use, it's actually under $10. And you guys, if you want to know how it looks, just keep watching. Gonna use today, some of them are really known. Some of the products that I'm going to use today, it's like the classic, like L'Oreal, Maybelline, NYX, and all these products that we all know. And those some products that actually I didn't know, but I guess that they're really good because they have the best rating for eyeshadow, highlighters, and stuff like that. So I guess on Amazon you can find like so many brands, but you can find especially like the drugstore makeup that you can go and get from the drugstores. So I feel like on Amazon you can find like some products that you don't know, but if you look at the review, you can actually see that they are good products because people are giving them a lot of good reviews. So I bought all the products today based on the best ratings products. So that's what I'm going to use today. So the first product that I'm going to use is actually primer, and I always like to use a mattifying primer, something that closes the pores, that gives me the flawless look. So I'm gonna use the NYX Professional Makeup right here. This one is Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. Okay, that always sounds good. I guess it's also like it has the same texture as the photo finish as of Smashbox. And I'm just gonna go and put it in my T-zone. So the next thing I'm going to use is a foundation that I've never tried before. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus right here. This one is foundation that gives you a matte finish. They don't say anything else by this. But this one here is the shade 374C Caramel. So I didn't know what my shade is. I bought it online, so I really don't know how it's gonna look on my skin, but I really pray that it's gonna match or it's gonna be a close match. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that that is one of the easiest application that they actually could get, because it's just so easy just to go and put the foundation on my face. I feel like this shade right here, it's really dark. It's really darker than what I usually use, but I guess it's good because I'm really tan right now, kind of. So I just hope that it's gonna be a good choice. I'm gonna use this foundation brush. This one is Blur Foundation by Smashbox, and I'm just gonna go and blur everything away. That is really yellow orangey kind of. You can see that is so much darker than what my shade is, but I am just going to go on my neck as well, so it's kind of look ghetto. I am telling you to do challenges when you need to buy products from online and you've never used these products before. That is so hard, because I've never used this foundation before, so I had like no idea what my shade is. So that is like super hard, but I guess that I can mix it with another foundation that maybe is more light color, so that actually will give me my perfect shade for the foundation. I feel like there's some places in my face that I actually need to go and add a little bit more foundation to it, because I feel like there's some places that I have like empty spots. So I'm just gonna go and put just a little bit over here a little bit on my nose and over here. That's where I feel like I have an empty spot, which is really weird because I put a lot of amount on my face and the first application. I guess the blending it's not really good, so I'm just gonna go and blend it like all over. So I just want to say that it's definitely don't look to me like a matte foundation, because I feel like this one is more of a dewy foundation, and that is so weird. I also put a mattifying primer which is supposed to make it very matte, but it's not even close to be the matte that I want. This one shade, it's not the worst thing that I can say about this foundation, because I feel like I'm doing always a lot of self-tan, so I always like self-tanning myself, so I feel like this shade could work for me for more warm days when I will be more tan than right now. So I feel like this one, it's okay. The shade, it's not the worst thing that I have to say about this product, but I also want to say that this foundation, it's definitely not at all matte finish foundation. I'm just being honest right here. This one is a more of a dewy foundation. Like you can see definitely over here the pores over here. I am just going to go and put a lot of setting powder today, because I feel like if not, I'm gonna look like greasy AF. And the next thing I'm going to use obviously is the concealer. So I'm gonna use this concealer right here, which is the Instant Edge Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, and this shade right here, it's 115 Warm Light. Now I've used this concealer like really long time ago, and I really don't know if this is my shade because I didn't remember my shade. So I am really hope that this one is not too light, which I really think it's gonna be light. I guess I'm just gonna go and put, so that's extremely light. I'm just gonna go and put just a little bit under my eyes because I don't want to look like Donald Trump. Just put over here. And I also bought these cute sponges right here by Real Technique. This one is a really small sponges. It's really cute. I feel like this one is going to really work for contour, for concealer. It's really nice. I think that I got all of this for like about $5. Really nice. By the way guys, I'm not saying the price right now because I don't have the price list right here in front of me, so I'm just gonna go and put for you a product list in the description, so you're more than welcome to go and check it out to see what are the products that I use, what shades, and what are the prices. And I'm just gonna go and blend my concealer in. Okay, so I just wanted to say that concealer, it's really light for this shade right here. I feel like if I'm going to use this concealer with another foundation, with other foundation that is a little bit lighter than this shade, so I feel like this one is just gonna be good. It's gonna work together, but I don't feel like this concealer and this foundation is going together. They are not friends because I feel like this concealer just doesn't want to blend in the foundation. Like you see, I'm just going to try and blend it over here, which is like so hard to blend it. I actually have to go and press it really hard so it's actually blending in, but it just doesn't look good because I feel like I just swapped off my foundation. So yeah, I don't know if it's the foundation or the concealer, but I feel like they're not friends, or maybe both of them just aren't good. And the next thing that I'm going to use is to set my face finally, and I really hope that it will help me right here because I feel like the T-zone over here is just really cakey, really greasy, and I don't like it at all. It doesn't look matte. It doesn't matte finish. Okay, let's just go and move on. I'm gonna use the Allspan setting powder right here. I have never tried this one before, but I have heard a lot of good things about this one. This one actually is $5. I think you can go and check it out in my description. The little sponge right here that I have, and just put it under my eyes. Do the same thing over here. It honestly doesn't feel like a setting powder. It basically just translucent. You just feel like very the basic product, but again it's $5, so I really try not to complain because that is really affordable. Just really want to see what are the results afterward, because I really want to get rid of my cakey foundation that I have over here. So I'm not gonna do any baking for right now because it's gonna take me a lot of time, so I'm just gonna go with this bottle wash right here and just take everything away. And for my eyes, I'm not going to use any eye primer because they didn't buy one. So I'm just going to use this concealer right here as a primer. So the next thing I'm going to use is eyeshadow. So I'm going to use this Beauty Glaze eyeshadow palette right here. Now, I've never heard about this one before, but I actually bought it like about 2 weeks ago, and I used this one. I used some of the shades, I didn't use all of them, and I can tell you that this one right here, it's a really nice eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna go and use this eyeshadow palette, and I really don't know what to do, but I really feel the purple calling me right here. So I think that I have something in mind. I'm just gonna go and take this eyeshadow palette right here as a base. This shade right here, it's called Scarlet, and I'm just gonna go with a blending brush right here. Outer corner, just go all the way on my eyelid. I'm just going to go with this one as a base. I just want to say that this eyeshadow color right here, it just looks so beautiful. I really like the color. Like I said, the eyeshadow is doing really well. I have used them 2 times before, and I can tell you that they actually last for you all day. You just need to put concealer before and you're good. Okay, right now I'm just gonna go and make it a little bit more dramatic. So I am going to use this shadow right here, which is called Brick. Gonna go in my outer corner and kind of apply it over here. I love what's going on in here. I feel like the color is so beautiful, it's so vibrant, so pinky. It's exactly my vibe. I think that we are going into the cherry world, so I feel like this one, it actually gives me what I want. And right now it's time to pop it up a little bit. Next thing I'm going to use is this shade right here, which is called Dubai. I'm just gonna go and take just a little bit, go and put it right here, exactly where my inner corner is. I just want to say that the sparkling shades right here are extremely pigmented. Like, I didn't have to go and put setting spray or anything like that, and it just looks already so beautiful. I am going to put a little bit lighter shade right here in my inner corner, but I just also want to say that I don't have any fallout on my foundation right here, and that's a really good thing to say about the eyeshadow. I feel like this one is doing really well, and it's really surprised me because this one right here, I think it's only about $9. And $9 for this eyeshadow palette right here. And the eyeshadow colors are actually really good. The quality is really good, and the colors are really pigmented. So that is a really good eyeshadow right here. I'm going to use this shade right here. This one is called Bling. This one is really ultra. Like you see, it is super pigmented. My inner corner. I really love what's going on here. To smoke up a little bit my bottom lash line, I am going to use my outer corner shade that I used before. I'm going to use this one right here, with this one called Brick. I'm just going to go and take this smudge brush right here. And to smoke it up a little bit more, I'm gonna use the color that I used as a base, and I'm just gonna go and kind of smudge everything out. I'm gonna use the Scarlet shade over here and kind of go and smudge everything out so it looks really smoky, really nice. This is Lash Paradise by L'Oreal over here. Now this one is actually a mascara that gives you a lot of volume. It's actually really good mascara right here. And I have to say that this mascara, it's really thick like you see, so it gives you a really volume to your eyelashes. This one, I actually have used this before, This one is really cheap as well. It's really affordable. I just want to say that this mascara is just everything. I know that I have extremely long eyelashes, but this one, it just gives me another extra volume to my eyelashes, and I think that this one is really well. This one is doing really good and I really love it. Alrighty, so the next thing that I bought from Amazon is this Fit Maybelline bronzer right here. So this one is actually the matte and poreless normal to oily, and this shade right here is 332 golden caramel, and I have used this bronzer before, but I am really afraid because this bronzer, like you see, it's not that dark and my foundation is extremely dark, so I'm really afraid that this one is not gonna be too light. So I am really hope that it's gonna go and be alrighty. Yeah, like I told you, with the bronzer, it's not dark enough for the foundation because my foundation is just extremely dark and my bronzer is just not dark enough. But I think it's doing fine. I mean, it's not perfect. Next thing that I'm going to use is the blush. So I'm going to use this Fit Maybelline blush right here as well. And I've used this blush before, and I can tell you that this one has really nice pink peach kind of color of blush, and this one is actually really good blush right here. It's basically just the classic one. It's not that pigmented, it's not light, it's exactly in the middle. It's exactly the classic color of blush. Go and put it on my apples. I like to say this blush is just so pretty. It's just a classic color of blush. It has a really nice color into it. It also has kind of shimmy into it, and I am really love this blush right here. I like what's going on. If just this look would be with other foundation, that look would be perfect. Right now it's only like 60%. It's not 100% at all. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to use is this highlighter palette right here. This highlighter palette, I actually used this one time before. I think that this highlighter palette right here is actually really good. This one called All You Need Is Love. I think that this one is by Another Cosmetics. I don't know, you guys. You have all the products linked in my description, so you're more than welcome to go and check it out. And like you see, I have these 4 shades right here, and what's really think that will go good with this look right here, I think that this one, because this one is actually has a really nice pinky color into it. Put it on the cheekbones, and like you see, it immediately gives me a very nice glow. This glow, it's everything. Like, this one is really good. I'm kind of put it on my bridge nose to make my nose look more snatched. And I also want to say that this highlighter palette right here, it's only $10. So you guys want to go and check it out, because this highlighter palette is just everything. This glow, it is everything. I feel like I use a high-end product, and this one, it's only $10 almost, and I think that this one is really worth it. Use is the NYX lipstick. Now all of us know NYX. I think that NYX is actually the brand that's selling a lot of pro products, but really pro products. I mean, compared to all the other drugstore brands, this one, it's one of the brands that I have to say that it's quite of a quality product. It's quite of a quality brand. So I really think that this one is doing really well. And this one right here, it's called the Battle Glass, and the shade is Red Velvet. Okay, and I'm just gonna go and put it on my lips. Time to set all of this perfect right here. I use this NYX setting spray right here, which this one is the matte finish setting spray. Now I know that NYX has a really good matte finish setting spray, so I think that this one will do good. I'm just gonna go and spray it. Oh my gosh, spray a lot of it. Okay guys, so that is my finished look of Amazon makeup, and I really want to say that there's some products out there that I've never used before, and like the foundation, that it's really not recommended. This one, it is not good, it's not on my skin. I didn't feel like this one is a matte finish. I feel like this one is more of a dewy, greasy foundation. So this one, it's really not a good foundation for my opinion, and it's not only because of the price or because it's kind of considered as drugstore makeup, but I feel like this one is just not a good foundation, and I've used drugstore foundation before. This one, it's not good. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is actually the concealer. So I feel like the concealer, I've used this concealer with other foundation, so I know that this concealer, it's good, but I just don't feel like the foundation and this concealer, it's going together. They're actually not that friends. So, but I feel like this concealer, it's doing well. I feel like it's just a little bit too light for my foundation, but it's completely my fault because I didn't know what my shade is. Now, all the things that I basically use generally, they are really good, but one of the favorite things that I think that it's highly recommended to get is this eyeshadow palette. This one right here, I know that it's almost like about $10, but you have so many majority of shades. This one is also really good for a person who only starts in makeup and don't know what to get. But so don't go and buy like so many expensive eyeshadow palette that you actually don't know how to use. This one right here, you have a majority of colors that you need, the nude, some purple, some pinks, some shimmers colors, and I think that this one right here, it's highly recommended. So I really think that most of the product did really well. I feel like the earth sponge setting powder, it was nice as well, but I just don't think that is my type because it's not matte enough, and the all makeup in generally was okay. Only the thing that I really not recommending, it's actually the foundation by Wet n Wild. I am sorry, I'm just being honest with you guys. I was like really surprised because all I used today, it's actually under $10. You guys, thank you so much for watching me. Just before you go, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, press on the button right here so make sure not to miss any of my content, and I will see you next video. Bye bye.
Keep it calm.